Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth. I am back again with the monthly tarot horoscope. This is for sex and relationships, okay? For everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Gemini, my lovely, sweet Gemini. And I'm using this Decameron tarot deck, okay? It is an erotic deck. And this is mature content, okay? This is for mature audiences, everyone that is 18 or over. There's a lot of strong language and graphic content in these videos, this deck that I use. So heads up now that this is not the same as my other. I was using a different deck for my regular videos. I am going to be doing those, but I wanted to do these first. I got so excited. I was like, I really want to just do these. So I am. So I'm working my way through the zodiac here, and I hope to have these posted tomorrow for you guys. So the other thing I was going to say is the Decameron Tarot has a few questionable cards. Cards that were, because they're not in my deck, I took them out. Just, you know, I felt like they weren't applicable to society and to what I'm familiar with as relationships and sex. So it was kind of like, I felt like I just didn't connect with them. I didn't like the imagery. I felt like it was very, just kind of disgusting. So I took those out and I made two other cards to replace them. And in this deck, I don't really talk much about what the cards actually symbolizes, whether because there's the Hermit, and there's the Magician, and there's the, Two of Cups, like there is in pretty much every tarot deck in the world. But this deck, I don't really talk a lot about that. I talk about what the images mean to me, and on each card, you can see I wrote, on the edge of each card, I wrote what I think it symbolizes. So this is a deck that nobody else has, and the Decameron, booklet that came with this deck, I used some of the comments in there, and some of it was applicable, but for the most part it wasn't. So I just want you to know this is really a deck that I have kind of made applicable to, I feel like, society. And I think you'll like it. So let me know what you think. Feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com, or message me. If you would like a private reading, feel free to email me. I don't have a website. I am doing private readings for people, though. That's why I have been very busy, and I haven't done more videos because I have had a very, very full schedule, and I have had a waiting list, which hasn't happened before. So that's what's going on with me. And then, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, so Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in Gemini, sex and relationships is the focus of this deck, okay? And again, mature viewers 18 or over. Okay, so got some very interesting cards for you, Gemini. The first card talks about, I'll show it to you here. It's about basically this king and this young girl and this dwarf. And the thing is it says, this is about talking about how love comes in all shapes and sizes, okay, and ages, okay. This is speaks a lot about age difference, okay. I think age difference, when I see this, size difference too. I said age difference. This does not affect sex life, okay. Size also does not matter. It is how you apply yourself to the task of having sex. I said the chemistry between you is great. It is representative to people with great chemistry of any age or size. Okay, so you may be older and watching this, and your sex life still might be really good, and maybe people are like, how do you kind of keep things going? And you say, well, I have a healthy sex life, or somebody says you look really amazing, and you say, well, I have a healthy sex life. That's what's going on with you. It says if you're single, I talk about how this card it's about kind of getting out of your comfort zone and testing the waters of a relationship that is sort of someone that may be against your type. Okay, it says be determined to finding great sex, and be open to the possibilities. Okay, so it's about opening your mind, being open to what's out there. Okay, so your Prince Charming may not be a 6'2" dark and handsome rancher dude. Your Prince Charming might be 5'2", or 5'9". It doesn't really matter. Your Mr. or Mrs. Right, your Mrs. Right might not be the blonde that you've always kind of been attracted to. She might be a brunette. She might be a redhead. She might. She might be in the circus. I'm getting some of you. She might be actually like working at like a strip club or something like that, which is not the norm, but this is who you may be attracted to, okay? And this is who, you might have really great sex with. Am I saying, do you need to start dating a girl at the strip club? No. I'm just saying that, if you're single, you may be kind of dating only one type, or if you're single, you might be thinking about only one type, and the person that you're going to end up with is not necessarily that person. Now, if you're in a relationship, then this indicates how I feel like you need to apply yourself to the task. I'll wink there, okay? Apply yourself to the task of having sex better, okay? She or he doesn't care so much about your size, or about what really you look like. They just want to have good sex. That's it. So be focused on that. Don't be insecure about size. Guys get all insecure about size, Don't be insecure about size. So that's my main comment there. This is March again. Okay, so this is March. So in March, you may start off the month feeling a little bit insecure, or you may start off the month having great sex, because age doesn't matter. So how old you are, you may be getting it on with someone, and age does not matter for you. What's crossing you is the ultimate woman. Okay, this is. It says the ultimate woman, a great lover, cook, wife, mother. If single, and you're a girl, the man wants you so badly and dreams about getting naked in the kitchen, or you cooking or baking for him. Okay, she is okay. And then if you're a guy, she is ready to take you on the kitchen counter or floor if necessary. It says this relationship will go far. As this is the best partnership, the ultimate romance. If a man, the woman in your life is Mrs. Right, and I said love up on her. Let's see. So I also wrote down propose. If you're a guy, propose. Do it now. He or she is the one. You may be with Mrs. or Mr. Right, okay? You may have already found Mr. or Mrs. Right. They may not be. To me, it's funny because you may be, this may be you dating. You may be a little bit older or younger, or maybe there may be an age difference or size difference between you and this person. But they are the one. That's it. Gemini, you met the one. And so this is, you need to propose. You need to get married. If he proposes, you need to say yes. That's it. You're a great match. Really good match. To me, there's two ways that this could be. This could be a relationship, somebody who's, you are in a relationship and, you're waking up and cooking naked together in the kitchen. You're making breakfast naked, okay? Or you could be married and you want to make breakfast naked, Or it is possible that, the guy in your life sees you with I call it infrared vision, and every time he looks at you, he imagines that you are naked, okay? So it could be that. Also, this could be an unconsummated relationship where you have not had sex yet, but he or she looks at you with like you're a vegetable. I had this old roommate that I said, we need to have a conversation. I said, I sat down with him. I said, look, I want you to start thinking about me more as your sister. I said, you've been looking at me like I'm a vegetable, like you want to eat me for dinner. And we can't have that because we're roommates, So this is what I said to him. And he was like, oh my gosh, I didn't say anything. I said, you didn't have to say anything, okay? The way you were looking at me showed me everything I needed to know. So the guy in your life, if you're a female, is looking at you like you're a vegetable and he wants to eat you for dinner, okay? And it can be vice versa, If you're a guy and you're watching this, the girl in your life just is hungry for more, okay? She cannot get enough of you, okay? And she thinks you're sexy. So it's good. It's all good there. Now, we have what I call the career card, one of the only career cards in this deck that comes up where money is kind of involved here. Money is some kind of an issue, and this is in the distant past, okay? You can see here, this is a woman who's not wearing very much clothes. She's really showing it all to the world here. She's having a wardrobe malfunction. And so this is a career woman, okay? You may be in a relationship with this woman, or this could be you, okay? And this is someone who has put off romance, who needs to start being interested in sex or dating again. May not want to. She may want to have sex, but not have the time. Or she might not have time to go out because of work, or might not prioritize meeting people if she's single. If she is, say, your wife, this is someone who's very much focused on career. If this is someone who you're in a relationship with, things in the past may have cooled down because of her job or because she was very busy and she wasn't really focused on sex so much. To me, this is a woman who will make excuses, who will say, I don't have the time. I'm too busy, and she will be busy, and she won't have the time because she doesn't make time, because she's into money. She's into her career and she's into money, and because she's stopped being able to sort of multitask that. She's had it become her complete focus. She also may be in a very demanding, high-stress job, where she's putting in all her energy and effort into that job. She's not putting all of her effort and energy into you, and I'll wink here, okay? So, now, in the recent past, okay, we've got the cheating, one of the cheating cards. There's a couple here. as you can see, we've got this knight in shining armor, and we've got this beautiful, bodacious redhead or auburn-haired woman, brunette potentially, who's riding on the back of his horse. Okay, and that's not all she was riding on. Probably in their relationship. Not to get too graphic, but this is the erotic deck, and we are graphic here. Okay, so this is a mature content, so I can say that. This is an affair. The male is cheating. The female that's into it, Gemini. You may be the female, Gemini. You may be in a relationship with a guy who has a girlfriend, okay, or has a wife, and you're the one who you're in it for the sex. Maybe you started off being in it for the sex or the fun of it, for the power, and you had, maybe selfish desire and lust and love. Okay, oh, not love. I was saying selfish desire and lust. But then the problem is a lot of times a short-term affair can go long-term. If the short-term affair went long-term, then chances are now you're still in love with him, or you did fall in love with him at some point, in which case it's not an affair any longer. It is something much, much more. This is the recent past, okay? So this is maybe what happened in the recent past, where you fell for him. If you're a female Gemini, you fell for this guy who's unattainable. And it makes it more complicated. And you and him we're not thinking about the other people involved. And usually, if either he or you, if you're female, fell in love, then you're both going to get hurt. This is a lose-lose situation, okay? Because once a short-term relationship goes long-term, it's not good. It's very hurtful. Once feelings really start to become involved, it's hurtful. So it can also mean, if you're Gemini guy, you were cheating, okay? And or you were thinking about cheating, and the girl you were thinking about cheating with really doesn't care that you're in a relationship. She wants the power. She wants the attention. She wants something, from you. And again, it becomes complicated for you, for your guy, to multitask two women who are in love with you, or two women in general. Multitasking is very hard when there is love involved. Now, if you're a Gemini female and the guy that you're with is cheating on you, he's cheating on you with a woman who doesn't really give a shit about the relationship you have with him or you. She just wants, again, for the power. That's it. And it's sort of like she's doing it to get a one-up, It's her way of getting a one-up. Now, we have, okay, so what started off as maybe a short-term affair, okay, this is short-term, where he carries her off, okay, this is, guy meets a girl, Prince Charming, or not Prince Charming, comes along, and he carries her off. And I forgot to mention also, ladies, this could be you, Geminis, cheating on your boyfriend with another guy, okay? Didn't mention that one, but that one also is there as a potential, okay? So this was short term. Now this is long term, because this is a full-blown affair, okay? This is the wheel, okay? And you can see that the two other parties, the guy's wife or girlfriend and the girl's boyfriend or husband, know about these two characters in the center, who are in the 69 position, and I'll show you a little bit closer there, and going at it, okay? So we have that. It says, where two people can't seem to stop fucking each other when they know it's selfish, okay? It's unfair to everyone. It creates bad karma. My caution to you is not to get involved unless this person is single that you want, okay? Unless someone is single, don't get involved with them, okay? This is full blown, okay? It says sometimes the need to fill what's missing in our relationships becomes overwhelming. Sometimes there's a need to be bad. Ultimately, these people need to love themselves first. So that's the thing. And I was talking about in my other video how we have 3 choices when we're in a relationship that has holes in it. And the holes are, there's something missing. Maybe it's the sex, maybe it's the emotional connection. Something's really missing. And so we can either leave, we can try to fix it, or we can try to fill it. People try to fix things for like 30 years, and it doesn't work, okay? And their sex drive, maybe their sex drive and their sex life really diminish, okay? And then they try to go and fill it. Okay, they go and fill it because they fill it with an affair, okay, with somebody else because they have needs, okay, or they're looking for something that's missing. Gemini, it feels to me that if you're not in an affair, let me just say, if you're not in an affair, you're thinking about it. Because overwhelmingly, I get a sense of cheating here, okay? And you're thinking very strongly of cheating. Cheating is somehow involved in your relationships. I feel like for those of you who are married, it's because your wife is on the career track and is very focused on career. If you're in a relationship with a woman and you're not married, you're just dating, the woman that you're in the relationship with is not as sex-driven as you, okay? Potentially, for some of you, okay? And that's, okay, so that's what, I should have said, that's what caused this need for cheating or this need for filling in your life of sex and an emotional connection or just a connection with somebody else, that fills the hole, So, okay, so going back to people who are not cheating. If you are not cheating, or if you're not in a relationship with someone who's cheating, there is the other aspect to this, which is, you could be that girl who just wants to take from somebody else's relationship. Maybe you see that, somebody else is in a relationship and you want what they have. Maybe you want the husband or boyfriend of another woman, or maybe, you're a guy and you want somebody else's woman. That's it. You want their wife, because there is that aspect in this card as well, where these two people are looking on in this, and they want this, but they don't have that. So you could be single, and you could be wanting what these people have, which is a very strong sex connection, emotional connection. You also may be single, and there could be several couples around you that are having cheating issues, or there could be just issues with people that are around you that are not satisfied in their relationships. I'm getting kind of a tingle on that, so I kind of feel like that's what's going on. Is you see that there's a lot of people cheating, or you see there's a lot of people that aren't happy, and you're kind of going, why are they unhappy? Geminis are head signs, but definitely cheating has been an aspect. I feel like in your life at some point. It has been an aspect to your life at some point, whether in the past or now. But I feel like specifically now you are in very, very deep, because the card that you don't see coming is, I almost dropped it, which is another card about cheating. Because you see this guy, you don't see his face, we don't know who he is, and he's giving it to this girl, okay? And this is cheating and lying and hidden activities that I wrote, he doesn't want you to know about, because this is like the guys in this, you don't know who that is. So it's sort of like, I feel like this is a male that is specifically cheating. Whereas this could be also a girl, female Geminis, you might be with a guy that's with somebody else that may be married, or female Geminis, you may be that girl that, I was going to say that sees him having a relationship and you wanting it, okay? But for this card is about a guy, Gemini, that's hiding activities, and females, Gemini, he doesn't want you to know about it. Secrets, lovers, a man who cannot keep it in his pants, who may be disrespectful to women because he may be a closet homosexual, okay? To do it in hidden places, or to want to do it in hidden places. For some of you, this is just like interest. Some of you have fantasies. You're looking for, maybe doing it on horseback, or maybe you want to, you're looking for your knight in shining armor. You want to go outside. Maybe you want to ride a horse naked, Some of you maybe have fantasies of, wanting to try the 69 position. Maybe some of you never have, so that's possible too. And some of you may, I feel like some of you have kind of an interest in doing it at church or someplace like really bad, like being really, really bad. Bad. But that's just what, this is, to me, this is a man, this is like a church person. This is like the basement of the church or something like that. Someone maybe who's in the church who kind of like has a thing for women, and maybe they're not supposed to, something like that. But there's definitely secrets. There's definitely things that are hidden. This is, and this is also a woman who will sleep with a man for his money and have fun while doing it. It says, be cautious and careful. Do not have sex with him or her. That's the caution. It's the hidden activities. So, to me, the story is predominantly male Geminis. You're having issues with your wife, and you started having an affair, and it went full blown, and now it's like become this thing where you sneak off to have sex with her on like a regular basis, and you do it in kind of like hidden places. You do it at night. You do it like on the down low, on the slide. Okay, that's one of the stories we've got going here. We've got another story here. Female Geminis. You may have started a relationship with a married man. Or you may have started a relationship with a man who was in a relationship of some sort, whether it's a girlfriend or marriage. And instead of it being short term, it went long term. Okay? And now you're really, really in it. And for some reason, there's this hidden aspect of it where you haven't come out with it into the public light. Okay? Where you are still doing it on the down low, where it's become regular and they're part of your life. They might even, they might even consider marrying you. Like, this is like one of those ones where you could even be considering getting married even though they're married, kind of thing. So you might be so far into it that you're at that point where you might even want to marry this person, and it's sort of off as an affair, because hence the church factor. That's the church. To me, there's a little bit of church factor in that card. The other story is that part of the story for some of you is, you're absolutely having great sex. You're absolutely having a very strong chemistry and connection with that someone is or was a strong career person. The person could be a strong career woman. You may be strong in career as well. You may be a guy, but may have also a strong sense of career, and that you may not have as much time for romance as you would like. And you may be surrounded by people where there's cheating, people that are cheating, people that you know of that are cheating, okay? And there's a lot of hidden activities going on around you, and you see this, and it kind of freaks you out because you wonder, is that going to be me someday? Maybe you're paranoid that that's going to be you. Maybe you've thought about it, but you see some stuff maybe that's not quite right. You see it, and you're just like, this is not right, and you don't want it for yourself. To me, that's another one of the stories. In the position of emotions, you've got a really good card. You guys are going to like this one. I'm going to give you a close-up here because we got a good close-up here. His package there. Okay, so I wrote here, to kiss and fuck up. It says, and fuck up is good in this deck, okay? Instead of making up, I wrote fuck up, okay? It says, heart softens when the dick gets hard. I said, a strong man and a strong woman who fuck hard. Strong feelings of love as much as strong feelings of passion and desire, okay? It says, do not let anyone get in your way, wanting to be exclusive, wanting to spend much more time together. A relationship gets stronger the more you are together, okay? Wanting only each other. This is being exclusive. So emotionally, that's where you're at. Strangely enough, you've got this exclusivity card here when you've got a lot of other stuff going on. And I'm going to leave that up to you to figure that out. Because to me, it's quite a conundrum. Some of you really, really want to be exclusive. And some of you already are, but then at the same time there's cheating. Okay? So it's sort of strange. It's how to have this. Some of you may want to be exclusive again. It goes back to me. It just feels like you want to be exclusive with the person that you're cheating on or cheating with. That's what you want. You want to be exclusive. You want to be the only one. But how can you be the only one when you're cheating? That's the question. And then women might say, well, yeah, you don't want him to cheat on anyone else, but you want to be exclusive that way. You want to be the only person he's cheating on his wife or his girlfriend with. But it doesn't generally work that way because guys don't see it that way. Not always. Sometimes, but not always. Okay, so where was I going with this? Okay, I was saying so we have what's coming in from the outside. And this is a hilarious card, so you guys are going to really enjoy this one. You can see this very old man. Again, the age difference thing is coming up here. Very old man with a very young woman. So I feel like some of you are in a situation where there's significant age difference in the relationship. And he's obviously taking her from behind. And she's like, whoa, she's not expecting it. I feel like she's not really expecting it. To me, she's a bride. She's a young bride with an old man. I mean, this is like very classic, basically gold digger style, kind of. But not necessarily. Just maybe you may be into older men. I mean, that might be it, or you might be an older guy and into younger women. Gemini, it's possible. And then, to me, the card is about giving in to your wild desires, not conforming socially. It says an older man with a younger bride, a woman marrying for money. Can't indicate man's need for control in a relationship. will want a woman to take it from behind time to time, which she will do happily, I said. Okay. And then it says, a man who will like to be in control, but secretly wouldn't mind you taking the reins from time to time, or you giving him a spanking. Okay. So there's elements of control here. Okay, who's in control? Is the man, the old man, giving, who's giving it to her in control? Is she in control? So there's control issues. Gemini, maybe you're the one who has some power struggles in relationships. To me, this can be like a power struggle, serious power struggle, where you're in a relationship with a man who wants the control, or acts like he wants the control, and then he ultimately wouldn't mind being dominated in the bedroom on from time to time. So it's kind of complicated a little bit, but this is also just being kind of, obviously giving in to your wild desires. You have desire to be with someone who's older. This is you giving into that, or you just being kind of wild. Because to me, he's kind of wild. He's a little bit wild. He's just, he kind of just, he wants to have hot, passionate jungle sex, like Frasier said. I forget that episode of Frasier. It was a really good one. So there's that, okay? And where was I? So that's what's coming in from the outside. So maybe right now you want to be, in March you're going to want to be a little bit wild, Gemini. But Geminis usually want to be wild. So it's not, to me it's about the control issue in a relationship. Who's got the power? Who's got the control? It's possible that Gemini, you end up marrying somebody else. You end up getting married to somebody else. I'm getting that. Some of you, I feel like this woman is not, maybe she's not in your life. If she's still in your life, I don't feel like you're going to be with her. I feel like you're going to end up getting married to this younger girl, okay? Or maybe there's a strong attraction to a younger girl that you have. And then you have this, this card in the position of attitude, which is another interesting card. This is I call them one of the food cards that come up. And it seems like this to me, so you got two food cards. So here we have, this is the story. Here we have this, some of you Geminis are with the right person. This is you. Okay, so those of you who are with the right person, she's making you food here, okay? And you're enjoying it here. But notice that she is laying on the table, okay, here. Okay, so in my mind, this is consummation. This is, you want to consummate this relationship, okay? For those of you who are in a relationship, you are, basically, I feel like some of you are enjoying domestic life. You're enjoying being domestic, cooking with each other, eating dinner, doing things with food, maybe going out to eat. Maybe you have kind of like a food fetish, a thing with food. You love food. You enjoy food with your partner. This to me is something that turns you both on. Putting these together, it's kind of like if you're not married, I feel like you probably will fall in love. But here it is. Okay, so it's having desire for sex because of strong feelings, mutual common interests, goals, and a love of food. Potentially not having sex yet due to it being the beginning of a relationship, needing patience and calm. I wrote, you will fuck hard eventually. Anticipation can be used as a turn-on, as it can be sweet, if you have that as a mindset. A curvy woman who loves her food, and a sexy man looking for that kind of comfort and nurturing in a woman. He loves you. He thinks you are sexy. Okay. So this can also be body issues. Women that think that they're like really, really big when they're not. The guy in your life really loves you. That's it. So, not all of you Geminis. Some of you Geminis have some other issues going on. But I feel like, strongly, for some of you, the guy that you like thinks you're sexy. He thinks you're hot. He wants to do you on the kitchen table. There's really not much else to say about it except that, he does need to propose if he hasn't done so. And I wouldn't be surprised if you were already married. And then this is, okay, so then we have this is the Three of Cups technically, which I don't really talk much about. That this outcome is the Three of Cups, which is to me strange again because we have this new, some of you are in one of these stories. You're in the story of the relationship, or you're in the story, not really, sorry, you're in the story of the marriage. Or you're in the story of the marriage so you're in the story of the marriage that isn't going well, that it's void of sex, okay? And you're in it with the career person. Or you're in a marriage, you're in a relationship with somebody who's married or unavailable and you're having an affair, okay? Or you're in a marriage that's actually going really well and you're very domestic and there's a common interest, mutual attraction, sex is great, okay? Or there's some jealousy for other people's relationships and you want to have more sex, but for some reason you're kind of stuck on a certain type of person, or you haven't really, there's issues with size, and there's issues with age, and there's issues with, I don't know, kind of going against type, maybe dating the wrong person, the wrong people. You've been dating the wrong people, okay? Emotionally, you want to fuck hard. That's what you want to do. For some reason, it's very difficult to have that. The woman that maybe there is a woman that you want, but for some reason, I should say maybe there's some obstacles for whatever reason for you to be with her. I don't feel like she's married. Some of you, I don't feel like she's married and she's unavailable. It's just that for some reason you can't get together as much as you want, or you can't have sex as much as you want. You want to have more, and you're not able to. So that's kind of frustrating. But ultimately, it's a very strong partnership for those of you who are in this. You're having a very strong partnership. Okay, it's very strong. So to get to this point where it's sort of like we got this initiation. I call this like the initiation card. This is the beginning. And again, to me, this is a different storyline where the king, the older man, and the younger woman is something new. There's the new ones, people that are in something new, and then there's the older ones that are in something, maybe they're wrapping something up and they will be in something new. So it ends on the new. It ends on starting something new. Unexpectedly, it says the guy makes a move on the girl, okay? Or cops a feel, okay? Or he really wants to, okay? Girl has similar feelings and strong desire for physical contact or fun, and has much fantasy, and there's much fantasy about someone, about the first kiss, or the first move, or the first date. It's to dream about hooking up with someone, okay? So, in the end, you turn into the butterfly, Gemini, where you start to float off into the garden of fantasy, okay? This is the garden of fantasy, where you're copping a feel, or you're meeting somebody else. Geminis generally, especially Gemini males, you could be dating several women. So there's like a lot of different women in this spread. To me, it's like not one. So you could be dating around several women. And same with women, Gemini women, you could be dating a lot of different guys. And the guy that you end up in with like the end of March or April feels like it's this guy. The guy with the beard. The dark-haired guy. To me, it's the same. That's him. We've got the young, if you're a young blonde male, you're dating this curvaceous female, or you're married to this curvaceous female. Or if you're a dark-haired female, you could be the curvy female in that. Or you could be another dark-haired female who's in a relationship with an older man. To me, there is one specific, I think there is a girl who's either auburn or she has reddish hair, and she's the one in an affair. It's hard to tell. It could be a dark-haired man, or it could be a blonde that's also having the affair. So that's, I mean, I've gone on, this video is really long, guys. I've gone on this, Gemini's got a lot going on. But I will be back again. I will be doing more. Trust me, more videos, lots to come. I didn't do them in February because February is such a short month. But stay tuned, and I will talk to you guys again soon, okay? Big hugs to you guys. I wish you guys all the best. Okay, take care.